Good morning, Patriots. We are live. This is Mike Cook coming to you live from Central Missouri. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a great day. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. Above 60 degrees. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. Spring has sprung. We shall have joy in the springtime. That's what they said. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of excited. I'm fired up what the future will bring. Even though Fojo and the hose in the White House or some house that looks like the White House, I don't know. Do you know? It's pretty crazy out there. But as you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate everybody that comes on, chimes in, lets me know they're there. I won't know you're there unless you let me know you're there because I can't see who's jumping on with the software program I'm using. But I do appreciate everybody that jumps on. And so while you're jumping on, if you're watching on Facebook, do me a favor, go over and follow me. If the first time you watch me, you think, hey, this guy's kind of cool, or maybe you think I'm an idiot, you just want to watch the dumpster fire. I mean, it's one every day, 8:30, 8:30, 8:30, 8:30. Understand, 8:30, Monday through Friday, unless something happens, I will be live on Facebook and YouTube. They won't promote it. Even if you ask them to promote it, like you follow me or you friend me and then you say tell me first kind of thing, like you set your preferences, or if you're on YouTube and you subscribe and hit the bell and you like and you share and you do all that, doesn't matter. They won't notify you. That's intentional. They're doing that on purpose. So what do? Just come to my Facebook page. Just type in Mike Cook on Facebook or go to my YouTube channel at 8:30 every morning. And if you can't catch it there, you catch it on the rerun. It's going to stay up. It's going to be staying up on YouTube. It's going to be loaded onto Rumble. So make sure you go over to Rumble and follow me over there. You can watch it on Rumble. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it now on Telegram, where I load it there to my channel. Also on Telegram, all my thoughts, all my show prep, all the stuff, my ode to Rush Limbaugh stack of stuff is put onto my Telegram account. So go over there, and Telegram's the place to be. I'm telling you right now, it's the least censored, although they are censoring some things over there too. All of them are going to censor us. Did you know Donald Trump's starting his own deal? I already went over to what I think is it, because some of this stuff's kind of cryptic and hard to know, and reserved my name over there as Patriot Mike Cook. So when it goes live, look for me over there. Just saying. And what a great day. I hope you're having a great day too. We got a lot of information, a lot of fun stuff to share. We'll see what's going on in the world today. The boat has been freed and floated, and of course nobody's talking about that anymore. We'll see what happens with that. I think there's more to come out of that. I don't know. I think some things are about to happen. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this, the hunt later on. I just want to give you a hint, the hunt for Red October. This is a parody of that. It said hunters become the hunted, patriots in control. The hunt is on, kind of the hunt for Red October, Red October. Many of you 17 types know that expression, but I think you missed the point. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, got to start with the humor. So we're going to go to the Babylon Bee. Why not? Because they're always on point. So the Babylon Bee, they got a story that says, oh, wait, I forgot. I hope you have yourself a nice steaming hot cup of coffee to enjoy your day with, because without coffee, why exist? So take a big sip with me, why don't you? Anyways, the Babylon Bee, they have an article that says, Sesame Street introduces Todd, a white male puppet who's blamed for everything. It says, Queens, New York. In a courageous new episode of Sesame Street, the puppets teach kids about social justice by introducing a new character, Todd, a white male puppet who is blamed for everything wrong in the world. Minutes into the episode, Todd is introducing himself to the other puppets and a prescriptively diverse cast of guest children. When he is confronted by Grover about Todd's culpability regarding a distant ancestor who fought in the Confederacy. Later on, Todd works alongside the puppet Abby Cadabby to stock the shelves of Hooper's store with Goya beans. His accidental revelation that he gets paid 30% more than her leads Abby to singing a tearful rendition of Worker Force Woes. The episode's final sketch portrays Todd selling cookies without the geez Louise, I'm having a Biden moment, without the requisite health warning labels, forcing Cookie Monster into obesity and skyrocketing healthcare costs. I am as bad as Joe Biden. I can't even read the teleprompter. But I have no education, and I'm a redneck. He's president or something. In an upcoming 17-part series entitled R is for Racism, Todd appears in multiple educational scenarios, including a math teacher forcing minority puppets to learn 2 + 2 = 4. How terrible. An ignorant puppet who thinks some cops might actually be good. And in a particularly jarring sketch, a shady character teaching kids that to face life's unfairness with hard work, self-sacrifice, and hope for the future. How dare he? I'm so glad that Sesame Street is woke. Aren't you? Speaking of white people being all the woes in the world, I found this little beauty. It was on TikTok, but I shared it onto my my Telegram page. So if you go over there, you've already seen it, but this is a good one.
Dominant narrative in America is white people are evil, white people suck, we should be ashamed of ourselves. And
I don't think we should be ashamed of ourselves. I think that we should take responsibility for the system that we've created.
The best system in the world?
Oh, we do not have the best system in the world.
Who has a better system?
There are many European countries that are much better off
than
us.
Oh, you mean like the European countries with a higher density of whites, like Northern Europe?
That's one way to phrase it, I guess.
You don't mean Turkey.
No.
You don't mean Eastern Europe.
No.
With the communists. So the only time you can come up with a system that's better than America, it's a country that's more white than America. I don't understand.
Don't let your logic. Hold on. Don't let your logic and your accuracy and your facts get in the way of my personal opinion. That one just blows me away right there. I tell you what. So let's see. I got to change screens and go to the next story. Okay, we're good now, I think. Yep. Okay. So that being said, let's move on to the next story. Just kind of let that one lie where it is because that gal right there just got tore up. So I was trolling through my friend's, my friend whose name cannot be mentioned, otherwise will be heavily censored, BB. And he made a post on there that I thought was profound, and I'm like to read the post to you. So here it is. I'm introducing my friend BB, and some of you know him, some of them don't. This is on his Facebook page, and you could go find it yourself. Just take and put in his name up there. You'll see it. But he said this, I guess, this morning or last night or whatever. He's probably still sleeping right now. Yeah, it's good to be the king. He said it was said in December of 1775 by Thomas Paine. These are the times that try men's souls. That the sunshine patriot and the summer soldier will shrink from his duty. But to those who will make a stand, you deserve the love and admiration of men and women. This is Brad speaking. Friend, it's not easy being a patriot. Being a patriot is not for the faint of heart or for the mentally weak. It takes extreme courage to stand for what is right in the face of such intense evil and hatred. It gets so old seeing people throw in a towel when the going gets tough. I'm sick of hearing, I just can't go on like this. I'm so tired of getting my hopes up and being let down. Yada, 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 wah, wah, wah. You think you don't think I get tired too? That I don't get discouraged too? Heck yeah, I do. However, we have to suck it up. When do you quit wrestling a grizzly bear? When you get tired? No. You quit when the bear quits. Anything less equals certain death. I have to tell you this, but I do so in love. Buck up, little camper. This is the coach coming out of him. Gee whiz. Did you think this is going to be a picnic or something? A walk in the park? We are in the fight of our lives for our country. If you need a break, fine, but stop pulling others down with your whining about how tough it is. Very few of us today, I'd say, truly know anything about having it tough compared to our forefathers, the colonists. Remember, it was a measly 3% of colonists who had the guts to take up the cause against what, at the time, was the greatest superpower in the world, Great Britain. And against all odds, they kicked their tail. How? Because the why was strong enough. You see, my friends, when the why is strong enough, the facts don't matter. You do whatever it takes, and you'll be victorious. Is Trump coming back real soon? I can easily see how folks would say, not a chance. However, based on what I know, and this is Brad speaking, and the very credible sources that I have no doubt. With that said, my friend, I can't speak for you, but I know for all Brad, and I stand with this statement also, that my children's freedom and the freedom of the future generations of my family tree is worth fighting for, worth dying for even. So I suggest you buck up, get prayed up, and stay the course, or else get the heck out of the way, because true patriots, the true patriots, we're not stopping. We refuse to lose. We will not be denied. We will defeat this tyranny. We have no other choice. Give us liberty or give us death. I just thought that was really good and really to the point, to where some of us are, because some people are just a bunch of whining crybabies, and we get tired of hearing about it. Really, I mean, come on. It's never coming back. It's over. We've lost everything. Oh, I get it. That's why I raised this flag. This flag flies because this is not the United States of America of our Constitution. This is the People's Republic of America, because we were, and we're going to talk about this in just a second, we were attacked by a foreign country, which is what Mike Lindell is saying. You see, Mike Lindell's saying he's got evidence that we were attacked by a foreign country, that our election was stolen by a foreign country, that a foreign asset has been placed in the White House. I mean, Joe Biden didn't get billions of dollars from the Red Chinese through his son for nothing. What happened to Hunter's laptop? What happened to, what's his name, his business partner? Buttafuoco is going through my head, but that ain't right. It's something other than that. What happened to that guy? What's going on? Where'd all that go? The media just move along, folks. Why is it that Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, Dan Bongino, and others like them, who are true patriots in my opinion, if you were to call up their shows and bring up the subject that I'm talking about right now, they'll hang up on you? Why is that? Why is Fox News and even Newsmax not allowed to talk about that? That subject has been whitewashed from the media. Facebook censors it. YouTube censors it. I have to be careful with the words I'm saying right now. They'll just shut this live down. This is what Newsweek had to say. Mike Lindell says Trump will be back in office in August thanks to the voter fraud lawsuit. Now, I'm not going to play the whole, I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I just want this little bit. Whoops, wrong one. Whoops, went the wrong way. You weren't supposed to see that one yet. Like Trump, Lindell continues to promote the baseless conspiracy theory that President Joe Biden and the Democrats stole or rigged the 2020 election. Despite dozens of election lawsuits filed by Trump and his supporters in states and federal court, no evidence of widespread fraud has been brought forward to corroborate the extraordinary claim. But on Friday, comments in the War Room Pandemic podcast, which is hosted by former Trump advisor Steve Bannon, Lindell claimed that he and his has been collecting evidence that will soon be brought before the Supreme Court. Now, here's the problem with this little statement right here. It says that in a baseless conspiracy theory. Baseless, how do you know? Have you looked into it? Have you seen the evidence? Have you even posted any of the evidence? Have you showed both sides of it? No, you haven't. You've censored the evidence, so you don't know if it's baseless because, well, everybody with eyeballs saw the little hook that happened, saw the count get shut down, where the media, don't you remember that night? I remember that night when the count stopped and the media's going, the count stopped. That's never happened before. The count stopped. And then they went to commercial break and they come back and said, oh, it's no big deal. It's normal. Because they got slapped. I'm supposed to talk about that. Do you remember that? You remember the spike? Remember this spike thing? You remember the gal in Atlanta who was, after everybody went home, was counting ballots? The same ballots? The same ballots? Remember that? It's on video. What about all the testimony, sworn affidavits by thousands of people? Well, that's not evidence. It's not evidence because you choose it not to be evidence. Now, let me point something out to you. You say right here that Trump supporters in state federal courts evidence of widespread fraud has been brought forward to collaborate to extort claims. So it says no evidence has been brought forward. That's a true statement. No evidence has been allowed to be brought forward. They left out the allowed. It was brought forward. You see, they tried to sue to change these laws in these several states before the election, but the court said you had no standing because nothing had happened. So they tried to sue after the election. The court said you had no standing because it's already happened. So when does the American people have standing? Anybody have an answer for that? It went all the way to the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court refused to look at it. They dismissed it without looking at it. And every court in the land dismissed it. No evidence they've never showed up in a courtroom and presented evidence. Not in any case. Nowhere has the president's side, with their discredited claims, their claims have never been heard. They've never been discredited because they've never been heard. And besides that, don't worry about what your eyes have seen and your ears have heard, because what your eyes have seen and what your ears have heard isn't the truth. The truth is what we tell you the truth is. Let me get out the way here. Let me move out the way so you can see the flag. The truth is what we tell you the truth is. Why is that flag flying behind me? Because that's the country we live in right now. The truth is what we tell you. And if you don't fall in line and put your mask on and get your vaccination and get that little app on your phone to say you've got the vaccination and get in line, well, we may have to, give you a little education. They're bashing Lindell, but they won't let him present his case. He put it all out in that video, and every platform on the internet has deleted it, removed it, banned it, and won't let you see it. People who think and know that they're right will allow their opponents to argue their arguments. Because if they're standing on truth, they know their arguments will fail. But people who know that they're wrong, know it's a lie, know it's a scam, know it's a fraud, will never allow the truth to be spoken. Who's burning the books? Who's censoring the people? I ask you that. Let me ask you, if you're trolling on here right now, and there ain't been many trolls on mine for some reason, I don't know why, but if you're trolling on here right now, and you're saying, oh, you lost, get over it, you're just a loser, blah, 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 Biden won by 80 million votes. But you really think Biden beat Obama by that much? Really? But anyways, if you're trolling on here, I ask you a question. You're a liberal Democrat. thought liberal Democrats were for freedom of speech, for openness. They don't want the corporate oligarchy. They don't want a corporate America running things. So you're okay with the censorship, the book burning, the duct tape over people's mouths, metaphorically? You're okay with that? Oh, it's okay because your side's winning now. Principles, anyone? If you were honest about your principles, you'd be throwing a fit about this too. Just saying. I wasn't going to go down that road, but I just sort of did. I had other things planned to talk about, but there we are. So on that subject, I just want to move along the conversation. Hunt for Red October. This was posted on one of the Q sites that I pay attention to. I thought, well, that's interesting. So this weekend, I watched the movie Hunt for Red October. You know, Tom Clancy book. It stars, what's his name? Somebody help me. You know what I'm talking about. He's an idiot. Big Trump basher guy. But anyways, it is what it is. What's that story about? Hunt for Red October. Let me go over to the comments real quick. Scroll down the bottom. Anybody have any idea what that story's about? What's Hunt for Red October about? I know y'all been hearing it, especially you 17 guys. You've been, oh, Hunt for Red October. Oh, the Russian subs are lost. You heard about that? The Russians missing a couple subs. Hunt for Red October. What's that about? Nuclear weapons. It's a nuclear attack sub. Right? Hunt for Red October. Anybody have it? What's that movie about? What's the premise of that movie? So the 17 people, they're all looking at Hunt for Red October. They're looking for submarines. Watch the water. Watch the water. They're looking nuclear disaster. They're looking at you know, the premise of the story is that the American Navy and the Russian Navy are trying to hunt down this submarine. Somebody's getting close to it there. So what's the Hunt for Red October about? I think a lot of people that are focusing on the Russian sub that's gone rogue, are focusing on the nuclear weapons, are missing the point of that movie. That movie is about somebody switching sides. That movie is about a Russian submarine commander whose wife mysteriously dies. And on the anniversary of his wife dying, he takes off in the most super secret super submarine that the Russians had at the time, goes silent, and tries to defect, to switch sides, to turn over that submarine to the Americans so they could gather the information off that submarine. Yeah, somebody says only the leaders were defecting, not the crew. Correct. This is a high up person. This is a person of stature, knowledge, and understanding, is defecting, is switching sides, is changing parties, is becoming not a deep state, but a patriot. Ken Clement says a new Snowden's going to arise. That's the next step in his prophetic timeline. So as I watched Hunt for Red October, I thought, who's switching sides? That's what I want to pay attention to. Be interesting to see who it is. Because that's what that story is really about. Just found that interesting. Thought I'd throw that in. Now, back to the news. Done with the commentary. So this was in the news. Let's see right here. This was in the news yesterday, and it kind of got my attention. It says, breaking report, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, I don't know how to say her name, whatever, blames the victim of the carjacking and brutal murder that was carried out by two teenage girls in D.C. I have no words. So she's come out and she said that the two teenage girls that murdered, that on live TV murdered that that driver of that, I think it was a Uber Eats or something like that. They hijacked him or carjacked him, and he ended up dying. It was kind of a hectic mess, the whole deal. So this was one of the comments right underneath that post. Pardon the language, this guy evidently uses cuss words like periods. If he got out of the car, he would still be alive. Huh. F that car, F his job, F that B. Materials can be replaced. Your life, your family is more important than the possessions. Sometimes living to fight another day is the best option. All choices have consequences. Peace. So as I read this comment, I agree. I agree with your life, your family is more important than possessions. I agree that all choices have consequences. 100% agree that. But this statement, if he got out of the car, he would still be alive. If the two teenage girls hadn't committed a crime and attempting to steal the car from the man, he'd still be alive. How about that one? Because choices have consequences, like the death of a man. But let me really step on some toes. You ready to get your toes stepped on? You ready to get your panties in a wad? I'm about to go out on a limb here. Right now, over in Minneapolis, they're holding a trial of the police officer who knelt on George Floyd's neck and prosecuting for murder. But let's take this guy's theory right here. It says, if he had just complied with the police officer and done what he was told, F your pride, F the color of your skin, F them cops. Materials can be replaced. Your life, your family is more important than your possessions. Sometimes living to fight another day is the best option. All choices have consequences. Hello? I'm not saying what the officer did is right or wrong. Not going to go down that road. There's a lot of information that's come out about that. But what I am saying is this, that if the criminals would obey the law in both these situations, people wouldn't be dead. If George Floyd would have complied, maybe it was wrong. Maybe the cops were totally wrong in the whole George Floyd situation. That's what attorneys are for. Live to fight another day. If those two girls hadn't tried to hijack this guy, he shouldn't have fought back. Let me tell you something. Here in the state of Missouri, and we're going to talk about that in a second too. In the state of Missouri, that carjacking may turn around totally different. You see, well, what had happened in the state of Missouri is they would have come up with their taser and tried to tase somebody, and that person would have reached and went bang, 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 and that would have been that, and two girls would be dead, and the guy would be arrested and charged with a hate crime because he killed two little black girls. Does that make sense? So, as my employees are coming in, and I'm live on Facebook discussing this thing, and they're going to come in here and try to talk to me, I guess they'll just have to get over it. So, moving right along, let's step on to the next page of things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about this right here. This happened in Portland area. Let me get it loaded up. All right. This was in the Portland area, and this man was cornered. I think the traffic had stopped. They busted out his taillights. He got out of his vehicle. Well, let's just watch the video here real quick, okay? Oops, sorry.
Go home, Nazi! Hey! Get away from me! He has the gun unloaded! Get on the ground, bitch! Yeah, bitch! Yeah! Yeah, what's up, Brown Boy, huh? Yeah! Hey, get away, everyone stay! Fuck you, Brown Boy! Yeah! Hey, you got some more!
All right, this goes on for a few minutes. More cops come. They scream and hoot and holler. They're all brave when the cops are standing there between them and the guy with the gun. But let's go back and break this down a little bit, okay? I want to show you something. Okay. Let me back that up just a tad. See this guy right here? I got my mouse on him. See that right there? That's called a weapon. Okay, well, let's watch. Let's pull this forward. That right there, that's bear spray or pepper spray. That also is a weapon. It can incapacitate him, and then the other guy can beat him with a stick. Okay? That right there is a weapon. I don't know if that's a toad sticker or something else, but sure looks like a toad sticker to me. If this guy right here has a hammer down in his, it's hard to see, or some hard option in which he busts this glass out right here, and it happens off screen. But watch. Right there. So he busts that glass out. Now this man's going to come around the truck to check out his glass. That's what he's doing here. And right there, he gets hit in the face with something, and he goes for his gun. Now, I don't know if he gets hit in the face with a rock or they like to throw hard-boiled eggs or water bottles that are frozen, or if he gets sprayed with pepper spray or bear spray or something. I don't know what happens there. But here he goes for his gun. Now, right there is the big problem in my book. He has no round in the chamber. If you're going to carry a gun, if you're going to conceal carry, I'm all for constitutional carry. But you don't have a round in the chamber, you're asking for trouble. Anyway, he cocks the gun, then he points it down after painting a whole bunch of people. Okay, that muzzle flashed a whole bunch of people. And now he stands his ground, tells people to back off. Gun down, and then here comes the police, right? Okay. I want to talk about something. In Portland, you see, here's the thing. If you're going to carry a gun, you need to understand the local rules. In Portland, I don't think that this guy's legit. I don't think he's right. I think he's going to go to jail. I don't know what the concealed carry rules are in Portland, but I know that they're a lot stricter than they are here in Missouri. But I'm going to talk to you about in Missouri, okay? So in Missouri, we have constitutional carry. We also have castle doctrine that allows you to defend your life and property with deadly force under certain conditions. Was there enough deadly force there to use deadly force? Well, they've already attacked his truck and knocked out the taillights. You can see that right in this picture right here. The taillights are missing, okay? They knocked out the side window. But see, here's where I feel like this guy's made a mistake, okay? First of all, I understand counter-protesting. I'm in favor of counter-protesting. I'm in favor of him driving around his truck with his flags. I do it myself, okay? But you got to know the situation. You got to know the area. These guys, these Antifa guys, they're going to instigate something. You know they're going to instigate something. And here he is in traffic where he has no escape. It's a bad place to be. He's put himself in a bad situation. These Antifa guys, they come up and they start doing their thing, and they're armed. But he gets out of the truck. So now he's made a bad situation worse by his own actions. And of course, he's trying to pick a fight back with them. You knocked out my taillights. Well, you put yourself in that situation. You should have expected it. Okay? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Remember, we just had a discussion about that just a minute ago on a different circumstance. I'm just pointing out the facts. Now you have armed people, and now they're coming like little vultures and hyenas doing their little thing. They're really proud of themselves in numbers. They really feel like they have a lot of strength in numbers. Okay. Okay. He goes around. He gets the gun. Let me fast forward just a little bit to that point where the gun comes out. Okay. He gets his gun. Now, right here, he's drawing for the gun. I can't see if he has it in a appendix carry holster or what he's got. He's having a hard time getting it out. I just want to do something here. Watch this. Let me show you something. 1, 2. Let's start again. Started too late. And here he comes. Gets hit in the face. Makes a decision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 5 seconds it takes him to get that gun out and around in the chamber where he can effectively use it as a tool to defend himself. Now, let me show you one other thing. Look at these. Look at these people standing around. They got shields. They got body armor. They're all deuced up. They got weapons, sticks, clubs, knives, whatever they have. Right here, if these guys had any balls, which evidently they don't because they all chicken, they could have bum rushed 5 seconds. 5 seconds, they're a step away. They could have bum rushed this guy, took that gun from him, and this could have ended out a whole lot different. So why am I bringing this up? I'm asking you as patriots, as freedom lovers, to be prepared, but also be smart about it. This guy put himself in legal jeopardy. This guy put himself, because of the rules of the area. In Missouri, this guy may have very well been in an absolute right to do what he did. The only thing that I would suggest differently is 1, keep around in the chamber in Missouri, and 2, if you're going to pull it out, use it. If you're not going to use it, don't pull it out. That's simple. That's why I wanted to bring that up. That's why I wanted to go there with that one. And then there's just, well, let me just dump out of this and switch screens. I want to talk about one more thing before I get off here. I got customers standing outside. They want in and give me money, so I probably ought to go take their money from them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So this right here is the Satan shoes. This is from the Blaze. It says Nike sues over Satan shoes modified for Lil Nas X or whatever his name is with a drop of human blood. So Nike Shoe Company has filed a lawsuit Monday against the designer that modified their shoes for the controversial Satan-inspired promotion for rapper Lil Nas X. Whatever. I don't listen to that crap anyways. The limited edition, designed by Brooklyn-based company Mischief, I guess, was created around a pair of Nike Air Max 97s. But Nike is suing for copyright infringement and dilution of their brand. Only 666 were created. Nike has not and does not approve or authorize Mischief's customized Satan shoes. The complaint from the company said, moreover, Mischief and its unauthorized Satan shoes are likely to cause confusion and delusion and create erroneous association between Mischief products and Nike. In fact, there's already been evidence of significant confusion and delusion occurrence in the marketplace. They don't want me to read more, but I want to go on. I just wanted to cover that right there. I just wanted to point out that Nike has come out and said, it's not me. It's not me. Please don't hate us. Well, Nike gives us enough to hate them for without this mess. So at least Nike's now trying to backtrack and say, that ain't us. This is this other company that's taking our shoe and modifying it. We didn't do it. It's not us. Don't blame us. We didn't do it. Basically what they're saying. So you know what? I give it to Nike for getting ahead of this one because it was really bad for them. I'm thinking not good at all. So I wanted to get that one out there. I hope you guys are having a great day. I have customers outside I need to go take care of. And yeah, somebody says, we all know Nike's okay with it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I think that their brand, their lawyers, their people that are in charge of actually making money went, oh, crap, when they saw this one. Anyways, whether they're for it or against it, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not going to have an opinion on that at this time. I got to go, though, so you guys have a great day. I do appreciate it. Do me a favor, share this video with your friends. And if you're first time watching me, please follow me. Follow me on the YouTube. Follow me on the Rumble. And follow me on Parler. That's my Parler, but I don't do much over there anymore. They're too censored. And right now, Telegram. Follow me on the Telegram. I do appreciate everybody watching, though. It's time for me to go to work and make a living. This doesn't pay well. It's fun, though. I will talk to you all later. Have a great day.